Okay, I think we are live. I'm just going to check that we are in the right Facebook group. If you are catching the replay, drop us a hashtag replay in the comments below. Let's check that we've got all the technology working in the right areas. Oh, it's looking pretty good so far. Let's check. We're looking good. If you are jumping on live, then say, hey, where you may be tuning in from. Yay, we are right in the right group. Huge welcome to you guys. Welcome to the Wealth Revolution. I'm super excited to be able to share the next two parts with you. 2 days, 2 sessions, being able to look at truly revolutionizing wealth, both in our life, in our bank account, in all the areas for yourself. My name's Carmen. For those of you who I haven't met before, a huge welcome. I'd love to hear where in the world that you are tuning in from. What I love about our group is that it also is a worldwide group. You know, we're streaming right now into groups with, I think there's like 8,000 of you. So a huge welcome to you all. And where in the world are you tuning in from? I'd love for you to be able to drop it in the comments. I can see your comments popping up now. Love it. And I really invite you to be able to play full out for yourselves. Play full out. You know, this is free container for you to be able to take advantage of for yourself, to soak up all the goodness and things that you're about to learn and have a ton of fun along the way, but being able to learn some more tools for yourself. Like, I really invite you to be able to play full out. There probably will be some prizes for those of you that play full out as well. And I look forward to being able to read your comments as we go along over the next 2 days. So let's say over the next 2 days, we're really diving into day one tonight, or today, if you're on the other side of the pond, being able to look at our money mindset, you know, being able to look at the beliefs, the thoughts, the behaviors, the patterns that have gotten us to where we are today, and the income or the wealth that we're creating. And what does that truly mean? And how can we be able to expand that for ourselves? How can we be able to have more money in the hands of good people? And being able to do this, guys, before retirement age, before we're not able to go out and enjoy life. I am really passionate about being able to help everyday men and women create more wealth for themselves. So we're diving into that tonight. Tomorrow night, we're diving into the business details for those of you that are looking to create an income in the online space for yourself. Being able to partner with us and leverage proven strategies and a success formula for yourself. Come join us tomorrow night, same time, same place. Both these evenings, we're going to be diving in, say, for around the next 40, 45 minutes. And I really want to invite you to be able to invest your time in your future. What is it that you're truly wanting, a desire to create for yourself? You know, even if you think about it, why are you here? Why are you here inside this group? Chances are you've seen somebody's ad, you've seen a post, you know somebody, you've jumped into the group, you've used their name, you've had admin approve your access, you've either had a sticky beak around or someone's tagged you in something. But being able to come into a group that's looking at creating an income in the online space for yourself, why are you here? Are you wanting to be able to supplement your income? Are you unemployed and you're needing another income stream for yourself? Are you retired and you're wanting some more income to enjoy more of your retirement years? Are you a busy stay-at-home mama and you want an income stream to support your family? Like, why are you here? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to be able to see why you're here. You know, maybe you're stuck in the 9-to-5 grind. And when I was looking at where I was, you know, just a few years ago, 6 and a bit years ago, it's working, whether it's 9-to-5, whether it's 8 till 4, 8 till 7, whatever it is, but you're working crazy, stupid hours, but maybe you're still not able to make ends meet. Maybe you're going and looking for another job, another second job, another third job, because that's what society imprints into us, to be able to work harder, to get ahead, to lose our time, our precious time freedom. Right now, you're probably in the most busiest, you know, enjoyable time life of your life. Yet chances are you're working crazy hours, you're exhausted, you're building somebody else's dream, and no time or energy left for your dreams. And I want to help show you another way to be able to help create real wealth strategies for yourself. And there are going to be ideas and beliefs and actionable things that I invite you to be able to do tonight and tomorrow. But chances are they may challenge some of your current belief systems. I may trigger some things where you're like, yeah, that's kind of not what I actually believe, Carmen. And so I really love to ask for your permission for you guys to be able to play full out. Do you agree? But for me to ask your permission to truly invite you forward to play a bigger game in life. Because chances are you're not here to just play small. You know, who's here for a big life? Drop it in the comments below. Drop me a big life in the comments below. You're probably not here to hide and play small and just get by in life. Chances are you're here for a bigger life in your own world and in your families. You know, whether that's reaching out into the community, that bigger life, that gets to be up to you guys as individual of the impacts that you want to be able to make. But I truly have a powerful question. I can see your answers coming through. Well done. And I love that. Well done to Tanya too. Like, tag the person who's invited you into this group and truly thank them for inviting you in here. You literally have 2 days of free value that's coming up for you. So well done, Tanya, being able to thank Catherine for being here as well. But I've got a powerful question that I want to first ask you. And in saying that, Tony Robbins actually has a great quote. And if you love quotes, this would be a good one to write down. But he says the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. And so I'd really encourage you to be able to look at, well, what questions are you currently asking in your life? There was a time where I was not asking any questions. And no wonder the quality of my life kept getting smaller and shrinking and harder and more anxiety, more stress, because I wasn't asking the right questions or any questions. But I also want to add another portion to that phrase is also being able to look at the answers and actioning those answers that you're given. Because you can go and ask 1,000 questions. But if you don't actually go and put the answers into action, you're going to still be in the same place. So one of the most powerful questions I want to ask you this evening is, if you were to stop working today, if you were unable to work or you quit your job, would you still continue to be paid for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? Drop me a yes or no in the comments below. If you were to stop working today, would you still continue to get paid for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? Because I wasn't. And I had, gotten unwell and my income just stopped just overnight. Literally woke up one morning and no income. Okay. If you were to pass away, if you were not here tomorrow, would your legacy live on? Would you be able to will your income to your children, to your family? I don't have kids myself, but I have beautiful nephews that I was not able to, there would be no financial legacy or a legacy for me to be able to leave to them. So those two questions really posed me to go, I would love to be able to support my nephews to live their best life. They're 11 and 13 now. God, teenagers, goodness me. They're 11 and 13. So being able to look at those two questions for myself, I really started to go, something has to change. The trajectory of life that I am on, I need to find something else that can create another income for myself. But I also first needed to look at the mindset that I'm building this foundation. It's just like your house is being built. You can't go and build a beautiful, 2-story house on crap foundations. Chances are that doesn't last very long, does it? So now, look, if you're looking to create more income for yourself, if you're looking to create more wealth for yourself, the longevity of truly being able to continue to keep being paid, even if you are not physically showing up working, then, and leaving a legacy for your kids, then what's the foundation that you're building that on? Because that's where the juicy part starts. Okay, that's where you start to ask yourselves the right questions. The power of your questions, and now the power of the answers that you get given. It's like also look at who you're taking advice from. Who are those questions and answers coming from? And do they have the results that you're looking to be able to create in your life? I love that. I see some of your answers coming through. Well done. Freedom, baby. If you look at the title of this masterclass, The Wealth Revolution, I'd love for you to think about for yourself, what does wealth mean to you? What does wealth mean to you? Drop it in the comments. Even if you're catching the replay or you're jumping on here live, I'd love to be able to have this conversation with you because I'll be checking back on the comments over the next coming days. But what does wealth mean to you? Because for me, even when I looked at this, 6 years ago, wealth for me meant freedom. It meant health. It meant relaxation. It meant peace. The part of wealth is, and there's that whole phrase and saying that our biggest wealth is our health. Because without our health, what have we actually got? And sometimes we don't actually notice or take note of that, or we take it for granted until we get unwell. Drop me a me in the comments below if you've also had that, where you've just taken your health for granted. But the moment that you get sick or unwell and you're, flat out in bed or on the couch and you can't move, then you're like, oh my gosh, I really loved those days where I was healthy, because our wealth is our greatest asset. So for me, that's what wealth means, is being able to live the healthy lifestyle. That doesn't mean I don't go out and enjoy a glass of wine and all the chocolates and all the extra things. Like, that's also living for me. But the wealth part is being able to prioritize my health. The wealth part for me is having slow, relaxed mornings. The wealth part for me is being able to not wake up to an alarm clock. Are you getting the idea? Like, what does wealth mean to you? It's not just the dollars that's in your bank account. It's what is it allowing you to do and be? Can I be able to have slow, nourishing mornings where I make my coffee, I live on a farm, I go for a walk around the farm, check all the animals, but just take my time and sit down by the creek if it's not too cold, breathe in nature and take my time, and then come back and be able to start work around 10. Okay, being able to have my mornings to myself is my biggest wealth. Okay, being able to have the freedom and flexibility of, there's work to do. There's things that you got to do, Carmen, both on the farm and in your business. But now, when are you going to do those? And creating that life by your own design of when are your work hours? At the beginning, while I was juggling my job and working what feels like 70, 80 hours a week, I was fitting in my building my business online in the pockets of my time, which was usually at nighttime after dinner, or it was getting up early and doing that before I went to work, because building my dream life was a huge desire of mine. And I was so passionate about being able to create that. So I really ask you this question of, what does wealth mean for you, so that you can get crystal clear on what it is that you want to create for yourself. Because just like you go, say you're going somewhere, and you put in the GPS, like that you're going, you put a location in, I'm going to Tasmania, okay? And I end up in Cairns, North Queensland. It's the other end of the countryside for me. So if you're not clear on actually where you are going, you haven't put it in the GPS, where are you going to end up, guys? Where are you going to end up? And that's a huge missing piece of our puzzle that I don't think we get taught very well. Or maybe it's just that we don't get mentored. The Olympics have been on for, well, I think they're finished today. But the Olympics have been on. You think about those people that are preparing, how long they've been preparing for the Olympics. They've got a GPS set in mind. They're probably already preparing and setting the GPS signal for the next Olympics. So being able to have that GPS set for yourself of, what's wealth mean to you? Is it the money in your bank account that you want to be able to pay your bills with ease and flow? Is it having slow mornings? Is it being able to go to the kids' soccer games and school functions without having to ask your boss for time off? Is it about being able to supplement your family income? Is it about being able to go and enjoy the holidays when you want to and you don't have to ask permission of anybody? Getting super clear on what wealth means for you. Okay. And I have an ebook that I'd love to be able to share with you around that. And if you would like a copy of the ebook, then drop me an ebook in the comments below and we'll get that out to you. But it's like an interview series for yourself where you can take some time, today or tomorrow, to be able to go through this in a bit more detail for yourself, because a lot can happen in a year and a lot cannot happen in a year. Okay. And I want you to really think about getting crystal clear on where you want to be by, let's say, the 31st of December, 2024. Get crystal clear, get out of your own way and actually write it out for yourself. So find a nice quiet place and actually go and ask for what you want. Put your order into the universe. Just like when you go out to a restaurant, a coffee shop, you ask for a latte. Well, if they bring you an orange juice, chances are you're going to be like, excuse me, I asked for a latte. Or maybe you're just, I'll just put up with the orange juice, but you really wanted a latte. Okay, don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Now it's time to get radically clear on what it is that you want. So if you were to close your eyes and think big, dream big, where would you be? What would you be doing? And who would you be with? And I share this example because I wrote this out, 5-6 years ago for myself. I have 200,000 sitting comfortably in my bank account and I feel empowered. I was $200,000 in debt, guys. So that's where that number came from. I feel empowered, content, and free. I live on my beautiful acreage with my horses and my dog Alvin, and we're surrounded by beautiful mountain views with gorgeous sunsets, sunrises. There's an abundance of water, rivers for us to play in. Oh, it gives me chills reading this. And to just enjoy the views and fresh water, mountains and green grass. I enjoy sitting on my wraparound veranda, watching the horses play, and I love my slow mornings and enjoying a scrumptious brunch ready to take on my day. That gives me chills because I wrote that out 5 years ago. I was in $200,000 in debt from my previous job, my previous business of a coach that I just gotten myself into for living life. And I looked at a training like this one that invited me to be able to do this task and looked at a business model to be able to earn an income a different way than what I was doing as a coach, being self-employed. And I was like, right, well, I'd first of all like to clear my debt and have a surplus. Now, that photo down at the bottom right-hand side is my dog Alvin, and it's my property that I bought just 2 and a bit years ago now. And when I did buy it, it was flooded. There was lots of rivers and creeks and water and lots of green grass. But being able to have that vision brought to life, I have my veranda. I get to enjoy my slow mornings, scrumptious brunches. I need to improve my cooking skills seriously as well. But being able to really radically get clear on what it is that you desire, it starts with what you first have to create it in your heart. And I know it's in your heart. I know that it's in there for you, but chances are you may have just dimmed the light or you may have just squished it down. If you're anything like me, and what I used to say was I didn't have the finances to bring that dream to life, so I didn't do anything. It's like, I can't afford it, so I may as well not dream it. Don't change your dreams to match your broke mindset. Don't change your dreams to match your broke mindset or your empty bank account. Upgrade your mindset, upgrade your bank account and your wealth, and do things a different way, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And this interview is really to be able to call you forward and remind yourself of how powerful you are. And if you don't feel that, then borrow my belief. Borrow my belief, because I borrowed other people's when I was first starting, and I felt broken and I felt unconfident and I felt lost. I know because I've been there, guys. And I want to help you of getting out of that. I want to help you be able to know what's the next piece of the puzzle. You don't become a millionaire just from the money that's in your bank account, guys, because you can go and lose it then overnight. You become wealthy when your mindset changes. You become wealthy when you open your heart to possibilities. What if every morning you were to open your eyes and the first thing that you were to say to yourself, other than good morning, gorgeous, that should just be natural, shouldn't it? But good morning, gorgeous. I expect miracles today. I expect miracles today because what you are looking for, you will find. What you are looking for, you will find. Okay. If you're looking for all the negativity in the world, you're going to find it. If you're looking for problems, you're going to find it. If you're looking for things to be hard, you're going to find it. Watch your words because they create your reality. Watch your thoughts because they create your words. So look at reverse engineering things for yourself. You spend the most amount of time with yourself. The most. So what if you talked to yourself like you talk to your daughter? You talk to your best friend. You talk to your sister. What if you talked to yourself like you would them and you cheer them on? But too often we shit on ourselves. Okay, birds of a feather flock together and shit on the same rock. And then all of a sudden we're surrounded by other pigeons also shitting on the same rock about whatever it is. Expect miracles, guys. Okay, what you are seeking, what you are looking for, you are going to find. So say it out loud. How you talk to yourself is the most important thing. One of the biggest books that has really helped my mindset, guys, is The Magic. It's by Rhonda Byrne. And I know it's got The Secret up here. And many of you might say, if you're anything like me, oh, yes, I've read The Secret. It's not The Secret. Totally different book. Okay. This is the Magic book. You know, it's connected. It's learning the keys of gratitude for sure, but it's about manifesting. It's about the law of attraction. Like attracts like, one of the universal laws of many. You know, and when I first got told I should read this book, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm a grateful person. I'm all good. Next, what else have I got to do? What else have I got to do to change my life? I'm just not going to do the thing you told me to do. Yeah, I'm not very good at following instructions. Drop a me in the comments if you're also not good at following instructions. So then we circled back. I pulled my finger out and I read the book. It's a 28-day practice. It's not designed for you to read all 28 days in one sitting, okay? It's designed to be one day. There's one, chapter in there. It's only like 4 pages. There's a practice. So like, what's the date today? The 12th. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Okay. Well, it's the 12th here in Australia. It's probably the 12th on the other side of the pond as well, too. Magical people who made a difference. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. So I'd love for you to put it in the comments below. Who's lit your flames? Who has ignited that spark for you? Who are you grateful for? They don't have to be in this group, but just think about who you would give gratitude and thanks for, who has ignited that spark or that flame for you in your journey. There's 2 pages to read and there's a task list for the day. It goes and says, go and find a quiet place and journal about giving thanks to the people that have helped you in your life. Whether that was when you were 12 years old, whether that was when you were 22 years old, whatever it is, 55, when I was having my 65th birthday, like whatever it is for yourself, that person was really influential for me. Go and give thanks of a gratitude. So the Magic book has been a huge book to be able to transform my life and my mindset, because that's where it starts. How you talk to yourself. There is a beautiful exercise in there for the magic mirror. Being able to look at yourself in the mirror, give yourself compliments. Being able to talk to yourself like you are your biggest cheerleader. being able to celebrate yourself. What are you celebrating for yourself in the week that was? I want you to drop it into the comments below. I want you to shout it from the rooftops. I want you to celebrate yourself. You're not going to get knocked down here. You're not going to get poo-pooed on. I want you to celebrate yourself. This is a super supportive group. You are in a very safe place. What are you celebrating for yourself? You know, for me, I'm being able to celebrate renovating my house as well as working on my business. Like, it's just being able to juggle things. I'm a single woman. I have a 96-acre farm. I've got handymans to also be able to help me and things like that. But there's always stuff going on. Cows getting out, foxes galore, like all these things, calves due to be born, business exploding, like all these fun things. But I got to do some renovations last week for my front veranda and my cattle yards. Like, it's just amazing what you get excited about for yards coming to your farm. Like, what are you celebrating this week, guys? Drop it in the comments below, because this is the part where you change your vibration. You change your up leveling of yourself, and you start to be surrounded by other people that are also cheering themselves on. And before you know it, you're all shitting on the same rock too, and it's a great rock to be on. Versus, it's kind of like the difference between Tigger and Eeyore. Do you want to be on Tigger's rock or do you want to be on Eeyore's rock? Drop it in the comments below. You want to be on Tigger's? I'm thinking of the cartoon character, guys. I'm reading some of your comments. Well done. Loving it. Yay, so good, hey, Robin, when you get panels delivered and all sorts of fun things. Celebrating traveling while still earning an income. I love it. I love it. So being able to get crystal clear on the energy and vibration that you want to be in. And that starts the moment that you open your eyes in the morning and how you speak to yourself. What is the morning rituals that you do? I heard a good phrase today that also said, if you want to implement a new habit, tie it to another habit. Okay. So for example, you might want to drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day to help your health a bit more. Tie it to another habit for yourself. What's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning? You know, what's the thing you do before you get dressed? Do you come out and make a coffee first, or do you have a shower first? Or what's the thing? Like, tie the first glass of water to that exercise. So what I'm going to invite you to do for your Dream Life Wealth interview that you're doing for yourself, where you've gone and written out what does that wealth life mean to you? You've gone and written it out. I really encourage you to be able to voice record it. Go into your phone, go to voice memo, or do a video of yourself. Nobody's going to see it. Don't worry. But put on voice recording, do a video, and I want you to listen to that wealth life interview with yourself every morning and tie it to something you already do. Is it when you're making your coffee or your cup of tea in the morning? Okay. Is it while you're having a shower? You can just press play and it's already there for you. And you just go, I'm just doing that every morning while I have a shower. Okay. So now we're so good at multitasking. Okay. So now you're just going to multitask, but put that in there. So you start to stir that pot every single day. Because when you look at what does wealth mean to you and that list that you're creating or that you have created, it's like, ask yourself the question is, what are you actually doing to create that life for yourself? Are you doing something about it? Or are you just like, yep, that's a pipe dream. Yep, when I win the lotto. Well, what about you go about creating that for yourself rather than waiting? Because life is passing you by. Life is passing you by, and chances are you're here to live that life. Success loves speed. The actions you take and the things you implement for yourself are going to make the biggest difference. Like this book, Think and Grow Rich. This one, all-time favorite. It's by Napoleon Hill. I love listening to the audio. It's on Spotify and it's just read in old-time fashion. I don't know it's been revised in the for the 21st century, but I love listening to the original edition, which I think is in the anyway. It's a long time ago, but it goes through really simple steps, guys. Really simple steps for you to be able to think and grow rich. Same thing. What does rich mean to you? Okay, rich or wealth, like replace those two words. You know, one of the biggest things that I look at is what was holding me back from creating true wealth for myself. I'd love to hear it in the comments below from you guys. What is holding you back from creating wealth for yourself? Wealth as health, wealth in your bank account, wealth as time freedom, wealth as designing your own days for yourself. What is holding you back from creating that for yourself? Because for me, it was other people's opinions. It was fear of failure and a lack of unworthiness. Like, I'm not worthy to create a six-figure income. Like, I'm not worthy to be the first millionaire in my family. These limiting beliefs, there can be things that we're born with. There can be things that we just take on from society. They can be things that are just in our environment, from our work environment. I'd love for you to drop in the comments below, like, what are some limiting beliefs that you have that are holding you back from bringing your wealth life to life? You know, I've opened up, I love just opening up at pages, but one of these is organized planning. Have you ever heard of that phrase? If you don't plan, you plan to fail. I think it goes much better than how I said it. But if you don't plan, you plan to fail. So this topic here is the 30 major causes of failure. The 30 major causes of failure. How many of these are holding you back? Okay, so he's talked about your background, lack of ambition to aim above mediocrity. Too many of us settle. Oh, that's just how it is. That's just how it goes for me. You get to be able to write this next chapter in your story. This is your pen. You get to go and write the chapter of your story. What do you want it to be like? Now go and surround yourself with people that already have that for yourself. I desired more time freedom, more freedom of my days to design a life that I loved and to be able to have an income that I loved. I didn't want to supplement one for the other. Oh, I've got the time freedom now, but now I don't have the money. Don't let fear of failure, fear of other people's opinions stop you. Okay, there are the other people's opinions one was a big one for me. Other people's opinions are not going to pay your bills. Other people's opinions are not sitting in the hospital bed if you're sick and you can't go and earn an income. Other people's opinions, they do not pay your bills. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do to be able to get rid of the little voice that sits on your shoulder that says, Fred from high school, who you maybe see once every 10-year reunion, Fred from high school, oh God, you know, he said such and such to whatever. Like, they're not paying your bills, guys. They're not living your reality. You are. What is it that you desire to be able to create for yourself? And now let's get to work and do it. You are going to put one foot in front of the other. You're either going to build somebody else's dreams or you're going to be able to build your own. Whose do you want it to be? Drop it in the comments below. Yours or theirs? Being able to create that life that you love for yourself. I'd love to hear what you're learning so far. Drop it into the comments. What's been of value for you? Some different mindset things that I want to touch on to end on tonight. But what's been of value so far for you? What are you going to start to implement for yourself? Because I want you to choose your hard. Choose your hard. I haven't shared much of my story tonight. of how I started. But when I started, I loved what I was doing. I was a horsemanship coach, traveling around the world, Australia, all sorts of things. But it was hard. I loved it. I loved being outdoors. I wasn't inside very much, but I loved travel. I was always away though. I couldn't stay home. I still had bills. I didn't get time for my horses, my hobbies, my dreams, my goals. I couldn't afford my own property. So I rented a little place that I could barely just afford. Electricity prices, everything starts going up. Drought hits Australia. My income just drops. I wouldn't say it halved, but at least a third of it just poof, disappeared. So I worked harder. I traveled further. I worked more hours. I drove longer distances. I still was in the same place. I stuck my head in the cloud for 3 years. Choose your hard. That was really hard, but I did it. Okay. Being able to start in the online space for myself with no experience, but a huge desire to be in a different spot, financially, emotionally, and mentally. Was it hard? Yes. But in relation to what? I'd already done hard. So was it hard to learn a new skill set to move me closer to my dream? No. But was it hard getting up early in the morning, making myself be accountable, being honest with myself, having hard conversations and kicking my ass and making myself read educational books? This is another great one. You're a badass at making money. Jen Shapiro. Listen to this one on audio. She is a hoot. Was it hard making time for that and trying to absorb the information and implement it? You can't just be a sponge and take on all the books and go, oh, I'm just wealthy now. Like, I'm just wealthy. Nothing is going to change for you in reading these books, guys. Nothing. I'll save you the time. Nothing will change if you're just reading the books. You have to actually go and implement it. You have to read one book. If you're reading for 20 minutes, go and implement something for 20 minutes. Success loves speed. The gap between where you learn something and where you implement it, that's yours. That's where success lives. And do you have those gaps this far? Or, are they 2,000 kilometers away? Because there will be some of you tonight or today, whenever you're listening to this, and you will hear this information and you'll go away and you'll go, that's lovely. And you won't do anything. You won't apply anything. You won't go and get the book. You won't go and read the book. You won't do it. But there'll be some of you that will. You'll get into action. You'll do your wealth life interview with yourself. You'll record it. You will start to listen to it every day. You might forget a day and go, oops, I forgot it, but I'm right back on track the next day. You will hold yourself accountable. You will start to look for miracles every day and you will find them. And your life will transform just like it did mine, just like it did thousands of other people that I've shared this same message with. My heart explodes when you guys send me messages of this happened to me because of something you shared. I love being able to impact your life, but you have to want it more than me. What is that wealth life that you want for yourself? Because for you to create this revolution in your life, it has to start with you. You can ask us for all the support, the cheer squad. We're right here to be able to cheer you on. You can borrow my belief, but you have to put one foot in front of the other. You have to take the action, and success loves speed. So I'd love to be able to end on there. I'd love to hear some of the things that you're learning. I'm hearing implementation is key. Thanks so much, Kirsten. So many good things in there. Well done. I love it. So tomorrow night, same time, same place, we're going to be here inside this very group to be able to dive into the business potential, looking at the business model, how you can earn an income in the online space. And for 25 lucky spots of you, 25 spots are available for those of you that are looking to be able to work closely with us, to be able to create your wealth life and bring it to fruition for yourself. So tune in tomorrow inside this group, same time, same place, and we'll see you then, guys. Thank you very much. It was beautiful to be able to spend the evening or the day with you, wherever you're tuning in, and share some golden nuggets with you. Thanks, guys. See you on the inside.